Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use, for purposes such as criticism, comment.
Most definitely, me peoples. I'm back with another video. You feel me? This particular video is not exclusive at all. It's a tragedy. You feel me? I'm saying a Vallejo man was arrested earlier this week for a missing woman that they found the body in an attic behind a wall. Man, prayers and condolences to the family. Most definitely, you feel me? Young ladies and young boys, you got to be safe in this world nowadays. People ain't playing in fear. We got a lot of crazy people. You know what I'm saying? So I want you guys to take heed of that. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, though, I'm going to give y'all my 1-2. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what to do. Make sure you like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Meanwhile, me peoples, let's jump right off into the video.
How cold and cruel the world is now. Like at any given time, you can hear a story that will just have you like in the minds of people. And a lot of times you pass these people every day, speak to them sometimes, and not know that they're killers or monsters among us. The story I'm talking about today is out of Vallejo, California. It's about this woman right here that you may not have heard about, but this story's traveling like wildfires. Renia Lewis, 28 years old, reported missing last week after her mother couldn't get in contact. Ladies and gentlemen, after search efforts and her phone being pinged, family and the police arrived at an address in Vallejo belonging to this guy right here. His name is Douglas Irwin Shaw. It was his house she was found in. And the condition she was found in is absolutely horrific for parents on scene to get the news about. People came from Texas all the way out there since she's been missing. Help with the search efforts. Only the day they touch down in California, they get received with this news outside of a house where she was last pinged that became her final resting place. Look at this, y'all.
The body of a woman who was reported missing last week. Live from the scene tonight with the very latest on this grim discovery. Sarah.
Noel, it's a devastating scene here in Vallejo. The family of Renia Lewis just on the yellow tape, trying to get as close as they can, getting the latest information they can. A lot of her family says they got here in the morning to look for Renia, to try and find her. She's been missing, and sure enough, police were looking in the same place. They came to a home here on 14th Street, and that is where they found her body. They're investigating, and they have arrested a person. Police say Douglas Shaw was arrested in connection to this case. The relationship between Renia and him remains unclear. We're waiting to get that information. But it's just been such a whirlwind, such a devastating time for this family. They've been searching, following their own leads, talking with people, trying to figure out where she is. And they tracked down their own leads right here to this Vallejo neighborhood. And they did not expect to find out that she was killed. So sister flew all the way from Texas.
You know, we talked on the phone all the time. She always said, I loved you. It was never, you know, goodbye, we'll see you later, or talk to you later. She always called and checked up on me, and I'm supposed to be doing checking up on her. So she had a really good heart. She really cared about her friends. You know, she cared about her family a lot, even though she, you know, wasn't always like there with us. But you know, she reached out. I don't know. She was special.
Yeah, a lot of questions and a really hard night for that family there in Vallejo. Sarah, thank you for that live report.
Well, police confirming the body of a missing woman has been found hidden inside. And tonight, a suspect has been taken into custody. Her disappearance triggered an ebony alert issued by CHP, and now her loved ones are grappling with the devastating news. Betty Yu has the story.
What did she do to you for you to kill her and then put her in a wall? When he said, "We found your daughter," I just collapsed. I was like, I can't believe this. And I was praying. I said, God, please don't let it be her. Please don't let it be her. And he did not answer me.
It was the news no one in 28-year-old Renia Lewis's family wanted to hear. Body behind a wall inside this home on 14th Street in Vallejo. Her mother last texted her on Friday and thought it was unusual not to get a response.
When they found her body behind the wall. They nailed her body behind the wall.
Vallejo police announced late Tuesday that they had arrested Douglas Shaw. It's still unclear what his relationship is to Renia or to the home.
The person that they have in custody is being cooperative, stated that he did indeed kill Renia. He threw her phone on top of the school. That's the most information that I have. Renia was the best loving person. That girl loved to cook. She loved her family.
Since they began sharing flyers with her mother's number, the family has received numerous prank calls. People pretending to be Renia, luring her mother to false addresses and demanding money.
I am devastated. That's my youngest. Her birthday is on Monday. She would have been 29.
Went back to the house with the search warrant. They discovered there was a concealed department.
The saddest thing about this situation is this. They found their people, man, and a lot of people was prank calling, doing all that crazy stuff, having no thoughts of empathy or sympathy at all. You feel me? I mean, that's just sad right there. You feel me? And then for this to be publicized, and now that they get the answers that they get, it's not what you want to hear. It can seem like a joke to everybody else. It's not a joke to the people that's grieving or to the families that's worried. You dig what I'm talking about? We are in a time where a lot of people are senseless. These youngsters is doing anything for attention. Attention is the new drug. Fame is the new status. You feel me? And you will be surprised the measurements people will take to get where they feel like they headed. On top of that, jealousy, hate, envy. A lot of people got ill will intentions. On top of that, they lost out here. You feel me? All these drugs and these people got these mental illnesses, man.
Apartment that led to the attic, and in the attic we discovered Miss Lewis.
Found Tuesday.
Our condolences are to the family. This is a senseless act of violence and has brought tremendous pain, not only to the family, but to our community.
That shit is heartbreaking, man. It is. It's heartbreaking. And you know, until you have a daughter, as a man, stuff like this, a lot of times, just out of ignorance, we don't think about as men. I used to see dudes do video. Look at this. Look at this. Look at his house. Look at his house. It's in shambles. And you got this girl in here now. I don't know what the commonality was, or if she was over there. I don't know what it was. But she wound up being in a concealed compartment in an attic in this 41-year-old man's fucking house. Looking at him and looking at her, I don't see that commonality. I don't. Every time I see stories like this, I think about my little girl and I'm scared for her. Because the way the world is going, man, and then like you got a rise of these incels and you got a rise of these immature, emotional males out here. Man, this is something that's really bothering me. You know, crimes like this, you know, crimes against kids. Look at her. You know, besides that stuff on her eyes, that's a pretty girl. She has natural beauty. Probably make a good wife. You know what I'm saying? Have children. Good mom. You don't know. And for somebody to take them and target this girl, he's 41 years old. You can't find somebody your age? How sick is that? I don't know what's sicker, and I want you to hear me. I'm gonna try to hold my composure, but this shit made me hella mad. I don't know what's sicker. Her dying and being in that house, or the public and the games they fucking play with the hearts and minds of victims' families. They said they was making prank calls to the mother and her family, having them come to addresses and then trying to shake them down for money. Could you believe that? I wonder how they feel now knowing that this girl is dead. Dead. And you thought it was funny to fuck with somebody's emotions that's being ran through the ringer and all over the place, not knowing if their child is alive or dead, and the latter happens, and here you motherfuckers out there playing around, getting a laugh off at the expense of the pain of somebody's family. That shit ain't right. It ain't. Now they're not saying, I got the article up here, what situation she was in. They used the life track The Life 360 tracking app, same thing with Sade Robinson. Terry Lewis saw her daughter's location near the 14th Street in Vallejo, and she never from her, and that's how they tracked her. So if all of y'all, if that Life 360 app is out there, man, you know, you heard it in two cases, help solve 2 cases of where missing people are. You might want to invest in that. Like, you know, the mother says she's devastated, says she thought God would answer her prayers, and they, you know what I'm saying? That's a hard feeling, man, to just wish and hope for the best and just get slammed with the worst. Bad out here, man. I mean, it always was bad, but like it's like next level. Like, you leave the house and not even know if you, and it's just heartbreaking that, you know, we don't know what she could have been, but you know, she mattered. She counted. She was somebody to people that cared about her. Just like this fucking idiot, whatever his problem was, because they said he confessed and said he did it. Either way, man, this is what's out right now. It just hurts my heart that, you know, people are going through the worst time of their life, where they can't figure out up from down and just want a little bit of help from the public that usually don't say nothing. And then when they do call, they receive, it says here, numerous prank calls from people pretending to be the daughter. And she's dead. Dead. Luring her mother to false addresses and demanding money. Somebody out there needs to be ashamed of their fucking self and need to get knocked upside the fucking head. Either way, man, may she rest in peace. Renia Lewis, prayers and condolences go to her family, especially her mom, man. Her mom on TV, man, you can see she's drained. I'm gonna tell you something. Family members of people that die horrifically, when you see it up close and you see their eyes and you feel that energy on them, even when they smile, is something you never forget.
I was rich then, but you ain't even know it like Rocco. We don't keep score, we just keep on scoring.